Good evening and welcome to Evening Prayers. I'm Lara Brzezinski and I'm here to support you, pray with you, and for you this evening. It's a Wednesday night here at New Thought Media Network in Arvada, Colorado. Yay, I'm so happy for Wednesday nights. It means I'm over the hurdle and just 2 days left of work. And beautiful day in Arvada, and weather was warm, and we had an interesting situation happen in our house today, and so it just made me reflect on blessings. Our dog was tied up and something spooked her, and she was able to yank her leash and get herself free, and she took off running. And we live in a fairly populated area where there's street upon street, and 2 streets over is a 4-lane road. And she got out, she kept running, and she crossed that street, and some kind person noticed her running and her being close to a busy street and was able to catch her. But it was really scary. It was really scary driving around, realizing we didn't really know which way she went, realizing that we didn't have contact with one of our kids because he was out without his phone because he took after the dog as soon as he saw what happened, and, all these unknowns and things. And it really brought us back to gratitude that she was found, gratitude that we had a phone number on her and the person was able to call us, and so we could go meet them and get her, gratitude that she wasn't hit by a car, even though the number of streets that she crossed to get where she finally was. And it also gave us the opportunity to just sit and reflect on our training of the dog, reflect on what it was that had caused her to freak out and take off, and just to look at this scenario and what could we have done differently? What could we have done better? And what did we do right in the moment or previous to like having her phone number on her name tag? And even our son who said, I should have gone back to get the phone. I said, no, you did exactly what you needed to. You chased after her so you could see where she went, and you did the best that you could running after this super speedy dog. And so in the end, it all worked out. Shosh is home. She's safe. She seems still a little freaked out by the whole thing. She's just been laying down this evening, but in the end, we're all going to learn and grow. And Shosh knows that we will come get her, and we care about her, and we love her. And so before I go any further, I just want to say, Wayne, howdy, right back at you. And Kathy, good evening, peace and love, right back at you. Before I jump into my prayer of gratitude and awareness and things just working out well, even when they don't appear to, I just want to remind you, if you have a prayer on your heart, please send us an email, prayer@ntmedia.org. Goes out to the prayer team, and we will pray on that for you. Excuse me. So I'm going to invite you in this moment to consider where in your life, in the midst of a scenario that was scary, was frustrating, may have angered you, may have been causing the question of why is this happening, that somehow, some way, somewhere, you were still being supported and protected and guided. And as I know that we were, and Shosh was, in this scenario today. So I'm going to invite you, if you're comfortable, close your eyes, settle in, and turn within, recognizing that within is the stillness, within is the peace, within is the guidance. For when we turn in and tune out to everything but that connection, that divine intelligence we find within, we can tap into that infinite intelligence, that knows, that infinite intelligence that supports and creates and guides. We can tap into that knowing. For there is only one. There is only one power, one light, one life, one love, one consciousness, operating in, through, and as each and every being on this planet. Operating in, through, and as the dog, which is going to start barking pretty soon at the noises in the house. Operating in, through, and as everyone in every moment. For I know there is only one. One light, one love, one puppy. Oh, one puppy. Come here. One power. And so today, in the question, in the wondering, in the fear, in the worry, we tapped in. We tapped into the trust and the knowing. We tapped into our guidance. And in that space, we were supported, all of us involved in the search, the chase, the finding, and Shosh. And I know for each and every one, whenever there is a challenge, whenever there is a struggle, whenever there is something unknown, we can tap in. We can stop. We can take a moment. We can connect. We can connect to the divine resources. We can connect to that divine intelligence that knows. And sometimes even when we don't feel that we receive those resources, we can remind ourselves, even though I don't know, there's a divine intelligence within me that does. And I will move forward in that direction as guidance shows up and supports me. And so I just say yes. I say yes to that divine intelligence operating within each and every one of us. I say yes to that divine guidance that shows up in the form of go home and get water, go home and get the phone, go home and wait and be prepared. It shows up in the form of a friend who reaches out and passes on information. It shows up in the form of a stranger reaching out and giving you information. It shows up in the stillness. It shows up in the pause. It shows up in that voice that instructs you to act. For that divine intelligence is within each one of us in each and every moment. And we have the opportunity to know that, to tap into that, and to always be guided. And for this, and for Shasha's safe return today, I am so grateful. Grateful for that kind stranger that saved her from getting hurt. Grateful for her having a phone and calling us. Grateful for it just turning out so well, so easily, so smoothly. Grateful to know that in each and every moment, we all have that capability to tap in and to listen for those resources. I'm grateful, grateful, grateful. Grateful to be present and to be reminded just through this prayer this evening for each one of us. And so I just release and let go back into the divine consciousness from which these words, this thought, this energy, this love, this gratitude came. Releasing it back into that divine intelligence, knowing, affirming, it is already so. And so it is. All right, I have this fluff ball on my lap. I'm going to put her down and hope that she doesn't bark anymore. So that we calmed her down for a minute. And just say thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for listening. Thank you for showing up and tapping into that divine consciousness, that divine intelligence, and being reminded in this moment of the truth of who you are. And I just say thank you. Thank you to everyone who continues to support New Thought Media Network with your love offerings, your gifts or tithe, however you want to call it. We receive gratefully. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as I said, it's Wednesday night, which means tomorrow morning, we start off the day at 8:15 a.m. with a prayer. And then 8:30 with Reverend Melissa, Spirit in Practice, her morning sip. And then 8:30, Reverend Steph, wake up and say thank you. Basically wake up and, be grateful for you're alive and you have all this support from 8:15 until 9:30. So if you want to wake up and be jazzed and empowered, please tune in tomorrow morning. And because tomorrow is Thursday, we have at 10 a.m., if I can find it, Jersey Girl Wisdom, 10 a.m. Mountain Time with Reverend Michelle Wadley. And then at 1 p.m., The Joys and the Journey with Gina, practitioner Gina. So come join us, be inspired, be uplifted. And of course, then at 8:15 p.m., we close with another prayer. So I wish you a wonderful Wednesday, a wonderful midweek pick-me-up, and have a great rest of your week. And be in that space of receptivity, knowing that divine guidance is always there. Just tap in and listen. Blessings.